On February 16th of this year, I posted my very first commentary video on the deranged and problematic TikTok user, Felix Cipher. Okay, I had no idea at the time, but that one single video would transform my small gaming channel that could only bring in a couple thousand views a month into a commentary channel with almost 300,000 subscribers. Which is terrifying. If you are subscribed to my channel, you should tell your doctor to double whatever prescriptions you're taking. I had a few video ideas that I was excited to work on for this week, but I had to drop everything when I found out that Felix Cipher, Hitler's favorite little cosplayer, is back.
And you can call me crazy, you can call me whatever you'd like, any name under the sun. But I'm very in tune with my past and my past lives and lifetimes that I've lived before this one. My last life just so happened to be a very infamous one.
To kind of catch you up to speed, Felix Cipher was a TikToker that found himself in a bit of a pickle fermenting since 1939 when he started posting videos espousing Nazi ideology, cosplaying as Adolf, and harassing Holocaust survivors. Haha, it's me. Sorry my men had you in a camp, old pal, but I'm back for a reason? If you want more information, you can check out this video, but the gist of it is this asshole disappeared off the platform once the heat of the backlash got a little too hot. Kind of like the flames of hell currently cooking his idol into a fine, crispy Schweinehaxe. Before we dive into Felix's unwelcome return, I kind of want to address some things that I missed in my first video, some forgotten lore, if you will. First, a very interesting detail about Felix Cipher is that despite his devoted belief that he is the reincarnation of the pathetic and egotistical mustache man, he is apparently both trans and Jewish. Well, that's just gotta generate a lot of internal conflict. I can just imagine Hitler in hell like, oh, the flames, they hurt so bad. Wait, there's a young Aryan man who's carrying on my legacy on Earth. Oh my god, that is wonderful. He's fake. He's fat! For Felix's trans identity, this is apparently something that he shared with his audience before his first account at Felix_Cipher and his second account at Felix the Pizza vanished from the internet. His Jewish identity, though, is a little bit more shaky. I couldn't find any evidence that Felix confirmed this himself. A TikTok user claimed that they had reached out to Felix's mother, and apparently the mother responded saying that she had no idea about Felix's questionable digital footprint and that his family was Jewish and that she was horrified. I had difficulty finding the original poster of these DM screenshots, and it really sounds like something easy to fake, so even though the internet's general consensus is that Felix's Jewish background is fact, I can't 100% confirm that. Another detail that I lightly covered but didn't fully explain in my first video is Felix's peculiar fetish and how it came to light. Felix apparently had a public Spotify playlist with egg-laying stuff on it, which is the internet equivalent of displaying your hardened, crusty socks at your local library. This is a nasty little detail that wouldn't really matter, except that Felix owns a lot of snakes, so I can only imagine what their lives are like. Hey Felix, what do you want for breakfast? We've got pancakes, waffles, French toast, and omelets. I'm sorry, what? Now keep that young man from the chicken coop, Dinah. When he sees our hens laying, him dick will go doki doki. Apparently there was also a point in time where he was talking to TikTok users over Discord to explain himself after the first wave of backlash. Guys, I love you, but I have to hold on to at least a tiny thread of my sanity. I just could not bring myself to contact him over Discord. I simply could not muster enough fucks to give even for the content. I almost didn't make this video at all. It's honestly quite exhausting to keep up with people that have this level of internet brain rot. But unfortunately, this goober is kind of my Batman origin story, except instead of being Joker, Felix is more like the calendar man. So I felt compelled to follow up on all this crap. Now that we're all on the same page, after taking a break from the internet that I wish had been permanent, Felix posted a video on May 2nd under a new username with the caption, "Hello Internet, Sorry to say that I have sporadically returned. Off the bat, this caption immediately comes across as immature and unapologetic. It immediately feels like Felix is coming back to the platform with a victim complex, embracing the hatred of the internet like a 14-year-old Tumblr user entering their villain era, instead of trying to make things right.
So it's been a while since my involuntary disappearance for 3 months from the internet.
Oh my god, why do I do this to myself? First off, still wearing the nose ring that started this whole drama, an integral costume piece for his questionable cosplays.
It's time to address the nose ring drama.
Notice that he also stresses the word involuntary, implying that he would have continued to post hateful things if not for the intervention of either, I guess, his family or the countless TikTok users that were raising awareness about him.
I think it's about time that I come back and say something now. First things first, I wanted to make a quick apology to just one person, and that is the Holocaust survivor who I made a very unsavory comment towards when I was first going viral. I was rather in shock at what was happening, and I was not thinking too clearly. So when I made that comment, it shouldn't have come out that way. I shouldn't have said that to him, so I'm sorry to get in.
You know what, Felix? Maybe you should stop writing shitty fantasy stories about Middle Realms, and write a book called How to Not Make a Public Apology. Maybe that book would get better reviews. Not only does Felix stress that only one person deserves his apology, instead of maybe, I don't know, whole communities of people, even that half-ass apology is littered with excuses and deflections.
I was rather in shock at what was happening, and I was not thinking too clearly.
He doesn't even truly apologize for the comment, he just says it shouldn't have come out that way. And that's what my parents said about me too. So, here I am. That's like saying, hey, I am so sorry for threatening to burn your house down with you inside. I should have said it more politely. I'm gonna burn your house down with you inside.
The next thing that I wanted to say was I have been in treatment for about 3 months now since I was gone. It was for depression, anxiety, and after a suicide attempt, they sent me here.
While I am always happy to hear that someone is receiving treatment for their anxiety and depression, and even happier to hear that their attempt to take their own life was unsuccessful, in the full context of Felix's statement, it just feels like an empty ploy for pity without taking any true accountability. If you actually care about your own mental health and being a better person and treating others better, Felix, get off the internet. No one is forcing you to post this. This is just making you look so much worse.
If anyone cares to know, I'm doing a lot better now, so yay for me. However, I do want to just let people know that my views on myself, my past self, whatever, everything that made me blow up in the first place, that hasn't really changed. I don't really predict it changing, honestly. Just, it's affected me for so long.
And that's the part of the video where I decided to film this. Up to this point, I still held out hope that Felix had learned from his mistakes. Not only does he make it clear that he still believes he is the reincarnation of Hitler, but that he also holds to all of the Nazi ideologies of racial purity that he posted about before. This is where my sympathy for Felix ended as well. Since this whole situation started, I thought that maybe Felix was suffering some kind of severe psychosis, and this reincarnation narrative was a compulsive thought that Felix didn't want to believe. But he clearly has accepted his delusional identity with all of the evil hatred that comes with it, and has learned nothing.
With that being said, I do want to make it clear that I'm probably not going to talk much about this in the future. However, I do want this channel to be more like stuff about my life, artwork, snakes, maybe some music.
This little shithead. These internet trolls are all the same. He can't even fully commit to not talking about the Hitler stuff anymore. He's like, guys, I'm not gonna talk much about it anymore. Guys, stop. I'm not gonna talk about it. Okay, maybe just a little. No, just shut up. Just make your creepy snake videos and shut up.
So yeah, take that as you will. Again, I'm sorry to get in for what I said, and hopefully the future can move on and we'll all be much happier.
Yeah, no, Felix, you can't have your Google hoof and eat it too. You can't say we need to all move on and be happy, hold hands, and sing Kumbaya when you literally believe that certain races shouldn't hold hands with other certain races. The comment section wasn't having any of this. Nobody took this video seriously, and the vote seemed unanimous despite Felix's apology that nobody wanted to welcome him back to TikTok. So far, Felix has kept his word, and he's only posted 2 more videos of his snakes, which I hope and pray, if God truly does love all the little creatures, those snakes will not be laying eggs anytime soon. You might have noticed, even though I usually credit all videos that I use with the username of the original poster, I have not done that for this video. That's because I don't want anyone watching this video to run to Felix's page and give him the negative attention that he so obviously craves. I cover a lot of weird people, hateful people, entitled people on this channel, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not engage with Felix Cipher. He has been given all the chances in the world to be a better person, and he has chosen not to. So do not go to his TikTok page and harass him or try to reason with him. It is pointless. I really think this whole situation leads to a lot of interesting questions about cancellation on the internet. Of all the TikTok users that were making content earlier this year, there were few as canceled as Felix Cipher. And yet, here he is again, haunting my For You page the moment I open the app. I can imagine that Felix's personal life has suffered because of all this, but let's be honest, in a couple months to a year, we'll have all probably forgotten about him, and he'll be able to get a job with potentially Jewish coworkers and customers, and they will have no idea about his horrifying beliefs. I don't know what the solution to that is. It just goes to show that the internet is still a wild west, barren of any common sense, and all of the worst people you know can run rampant on it with little to no consequences. As it seems that Felix thrives off of negative attention, there's a good chance he's gonna see this video. If you're watching this, hi Felix. I'm happy to let you know that I'll be using the YouTube platform that you accidentally helped to create to shit on everything that you care about, and to make fun of idiots just like you. Thank you. This will absolutely be the last time I talk about Felix Cipher. I don't care if the guy invents the cure for cancer. I'm not talking about him again. Thanks for watching, and wait. Hold on. Wait, what is that? What is that?